go by the name of EverythingOshauN. This is my producer, brother Express, aka DJ XP, and I'm gonna be popping in and out of the show right here. This is the warm up, and you know what it is. I'm a recording artist, and we just about to get it popping, man. I'll be in and out of the show. Y'all stay tuned. You know what it is.
The warm up.
What's up?
I'm in a space, to be honest. Like, that's why last time you might not have get it, but when I said like, yo, we need to be outside, I wasn't talking about this type of shit. Like, I was talking about, see, like with EverythingOshauN and his producer, like the vibe was there. Like, that's the type of trip that like I would go and be out there. Like Junior hit me and he was like, yo, like, you need to pull up soon.
Ian had said there was some trips coming. I'm ready. Let's go. I want to do the networking, touch the people, kiss the babies and all that. You know, I want to do that. Yeah, I have a lot, you know, and I'll tell you maybe this off air, but I have a lot more renewed energy because yesterday I had a day that was from hell, and I was in the emergency room for most of the day, and it was just like,
what happened?
You know, I don't want to say it like on the recording, but I'll tell you after.
Oh, okay.
It was just like, you know, I had some kind of epiphany when I was sitting there, and I was just like, you know what, I'm ready to move, and I'm okay with like, if what happens. If there's some rejection, I'm gonna just move on and do the next. It's like there's always gonna be somebody that's gonna say yes and that's gonna be open to rocking with us. And it is what it is. I kind of just have to get over some of that fear, you know.
It's just like, I'm telling you, like right now, like, well, you're on a good path, to be honest. I've been telling you that I'm not worried about you, but now you really getting in the motion, in the grind. Well, you make it move, and you'll see, man. Like, everything happens for a reason, and the way that you're moving, and like, just you're working here and there. Well, you probably don't know, but I hear the noise. I hear the whispers, and it's good whispers. So
and you too. Yeah. I mean, you moving, you working. I mean, the hustle mentality is great, and that's why I said, like, every time when people tell me about Montreal and hooking up with good people, like, you are one of those top people. I say, like, that is a stand-up person. Like, you know, what you get is what you see. What you see is whatever the saying is. Y'all know what I mean. But you're a real person, and you're about what you say. Like, and that's what I wasn't always finding. Like, people who they say they want to work, but they're not really moving. It's like, for me, I'm a person of action, and I do have strategy and plan. So if somebody wants to come along and build, I'm all for that. So that's why I love that. And you know, the listeners are getting a lot right now. You guys are getting a lot of our behind the scenes, and I felt that it was important for you guys to know that. That's why I hit record, to know that, like, when we press off or stop, we don't just go to our separate corners. Clarence and I are constantly speaking. We're constantly building and planning. It's not just like, we don't just show up and then there's random guests on the show. Like, this is weeks of planning, communication, you know what I mean? And we do this for y'all, and great content and giveaway. Shout out to the winner from last week. She hit me up in the DM saying how excited that she was for the free personal training session. So we hope to have more giveaways and stuff like this coming for you guys.
Supposed to be mine, but anyway, it's all good. No, I'm joking.
Clarence, you know the man. Just go to the spot. Like, I try to take y'all prizes.
Nah, playing games. Congrats to the winner.
Welcome to Breakdown.
Bro, welcome to Breakdown to Lowdown. We got others giveaway coming soon. So stay tuned. It might not be a free training, but other dope stuff too.
For sure, 100%.
Yeah.
And stuff. So I got some emails from the international listeners that say, can we do giveaways that incorporate everyone? Now, okay. You listen, no, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. However, if, like, I can understand, like, if you in New York or something, you know, but if you in the UK, and I love y'all,
but the shipping costs more than the
yeah, it's like, it's far. Like, I mean, like, I love it, but maybe there's some digital things.
There's a way to finesse. If you know, like, Black businesses in the UK that we can collaborate with, Send it to
Let
us
us
in the DM.
know.
We'll give you your shout out.
Because
And
y'all
at the
got
same
y'all
time,
UK audience, y'all are building right now. You're like our third audience right now. So for
Any
sure, if you guys
listeners that have a
some...
business that want to put that you want to push, put it out there. We can manage something, not just the UK, but in general, everywhere.
The shipping costs more than the thing. I'm sorry.
Sometimes that's how it be.
That's true though. That was funny though.
No,
but
the other day I had to ship something, not to the UK, but somewhere else, and like I was like, yo, the shipping is out of this world. Like I don't even want to ship it. You might have to come get it.
You have to come get it at the end of this thing. You coming to Canada anytime soon? But yeah, real_B2L on Twitter, guys, to follow us. Add Breakdown to Lowdown on Instagram and just search Breakdown #2 Lowdown on Facebook. Hit the like button, follow us, interact. Our social media has been popping lately. I see y'all in the comments. I see you sharing. I see you guys tweeting today. We had some tweets for International Women's Day. So shout out to y'all. And if you guys heard in the beginning, we're going to have a guest on today's episode. EverythingOshauN is in the building. You do not.
The man in the place to be.
Yes, you don't want to miss that interview, child, because there's tea, there's like secrets to the music industry and shit, to this playlist game and all that. You don't want to miss it. You don't. And we talked about some of this Black women, Black men dynamic and the crazy podcast stuff going on. So stay tuned for that later on in the show. But
my bad.
It's okay. I mean, it happens every episode, so I'm just, you know, it is what it is. Let's read some of your comments. This week, y'all was in the comments, okay? Francesca says, hey guys, agreed with all the
patient listeners. Yeah, that's for sure.
For sure. Agreed with all the takes this week, especially the Laverne one. Like Clarence said, it's a thing that will happen, and Jada herself is the one that made it a thing. The Smiths will just have to deal with certain jokes in the coming years. Side note, have y'all seen King Richard? Well, thank you, Francesca, for your comment. Yeah. I haven't seen it yet.
Francesca. Not yet.
I heard good things. You know, I'd be so...
Man, you'll have to shoot me your Netflix, man.
King Richard is not on Netflix.
It's not on Netflix? Where is it?
It's in theaters. I don't know where it is, but I know it's on Netflix because I would have seen it. But
it's probably not in theaters no more since it's been a minute. But
shit, really? I feel like it just came out.
I don't know. I'm just like.
But it's my time is distorted in my head, so it could be a while. I don't know. But
I'll have to watch it for the low because, like, yo, I'm weird. Every time I go to the movies. Oh goddamn, we gotta cut that. Alex cut that. But I'm weird. Like I didn't go to movies in like ages. Every time I go to the movies, I fell asleep. You know, because they're putting the AC on and all that. So I always ended up in the jacket and sleep.
Oh, that is so cute. Oh
yeah. So that's why I don't go to the movies. Like if I really need to watch a movie, like I need to watch it at home. Well,
I go to the movies for like special occasion movies. Like it has to be something I really, really want to see. Like right now I'm actually thinking of the Batman, of seeing it, because whenever it's those superhero movies that like looks a little bit like dark and not just like superhero-y, but it has like a story and like I might get some analysis to it, I get interested. Like the Joker a couple years back. So I might go see the Batman. I'm thinking of that. But no, I haven't seen King Richard. I've heard good things. The last Will Smith performance I have in my head, it wasn't great. That's why I'm like, I'm scared. I know they're saying
his last performance in Bright.
Was it Bright? No, it was this one. It was one where he was playing his younger self. That's the last movie I saw. He played Gemini Man. I saw this movie and he was old Will and young Will, and I was just like, sometimes I ask, why do you sign on to this type of movie? Like, why would you do this? Is it the paycheck? It must be, but I don't know. I'll watch it. It's not like in my priority list, you know. I'll watch it.
King Richard.
Shout out to not Selena. Damn it, Serena.
Francesca.
No, yeah, shout out to Francesca, but Serena and
okay, we're talking about the
shout out to their father and stuff. You know, no disrespect to Mr. Richard Williams. Now, Ashley said, "Whoa!" in all caps. They say you should never get rid of a friend who has shown you new music, LMAO, and you guys are that friend to me. She said, every single song last week, and this is all in caps, this whole sentence, every single song last week was Flames. From Jasmine, who I did not know dropped a deluxe album, to Tank and the Bangers. You guys are on one lately, and the analysis and thoughts are on point. I particularly liked Nicky's thoughts on Moonlight River. Thank you. I thought it was Midnight River, Ashley, but you know.
Oh, it's Moonlight River? Damn.
I think it was Midnight. I'm pretty sure. I think she made a typo.
Moonlight. I don't know.
We still love you, Ashley. And yeah, I mean, thank you.
Yeah, shout out to Ashley. I
said that last week on the breakdown. That was a good ass breakdown. Like, I did not know who Tank and the Bangers was. And I was saying this to myself. I'm like, Clarence's songs always have super long ass titles. Like I don't know why, really? But every week you have long ass titles, and the names of the artists be long as hell. I'm like, I feel like because he listens to a lot of like these collaboration albums and West Coast stuff, it's always like a feature and like 3,000 people on the song, where at me it's like, you know,
it's facts. So I know what it's facts. I actually realized while listening to your pick, it's like you pick a lot of songs that doesn't have features.
That's true.
Most of your song doesn't have features, so.
And I noticed this one. I was listening to Safe's. Oh shit! I just gave away one of my picks. But whatever. I was listening to this person's EP, and he did have a song that had a feature that I also liked. But for some reason, when it's the first time, especially when it's the first time I'm showing an artist, I like to show a song of just them to see how they stand up on themselves. I did the same thing with the Jay Holiday album. There was a song with a feature that I liked. I was like, nah, I'm gonna pick one of him standing on his own. So maybe it's a conscious decision I make. Yeah. Okay.
Conscious decision.
All right. Shout out to you, Ashley. Last comment here is a long one. I should have read this first. Ronnie said, I started listening a couple weeks ago, and this is my third time writing in. Hopefully you receive it well. So, oh, my bad, Ronnie.
Damn, what are you doing to Ronnie,
I'm sorry. He said, I enjoy
Ronnie, that's not me, man. Nicky chose. You're the one choosing the emails, but anyway.
He said, I enjoy your dynamic listening in the UK, but I am moving to Canada next month. My cousin put me on. I just want to say that the world seems to be in an endless loop of intensive global crisis and shit leaders. Oh my God. When are we as a collective going to stop the passive, joke-like behavior? All we do is tweet, laugh, and stare. That's why I was really intrigued to hear about the convoy that happened in Canada and at least resulted in some type of change. What if we did these type of things worldwide, giving idiots like the leader of Russia all the power, SMH? Just my 2 cents. Sorry for the heavy comment.
Shout out to Ronnie.
Shout out to Ronnie.
I'll make sure Nicky reads and choose your comments.
Make sure. But welcome to the show. I'm glad you started listening a few weeks ago and you're still here. So shut up.
But I don't. Can I go first on that? It will never happen.
You don't think people are gonna rally and get tired of these leaders that are not leading us in the right direction, that actually are leading themselves to fat pockets?
No, it will never happen. Because because like I feel like we pick and choose the cause that we want to like protest and all that, or talk about. So for me, like, no. Like, first of all, like, let's say like everybody were trying to be together for like a common goal. Let's say, for example, like a cops that shoot someone, it won't work. You already have racism. No, it's fast. The white racist people, they will not come and back us up. It will never happen. Or it's like asking someone like to. No, I'm not gonna give that example. I'm gonna get canceled. But anyways, you understand my point. Like,
I hear what you're saying, and I also hear what
always division
Ronnie is saying as well. Though, like, I hear both sides.
There's always division somewhere, so it will never happen.
Shout out to Division group in Toronto.
Unintended.
Listen, no, you don't see, Ronnie. Look at what I'm doing. I'm making a joke out of your comment again. Like you say, you don't like the jokes, and I hear what you're saying. And I know for me, last week when we were talking about that, I was just like, oh my God, like sometimes, and I'll be honest, this might be selfish or whatever as a media person, but sometimes I'm having a shit week and I don't want to talk about some shitty shit, World War, dumbass egomaniac running shit over there. Like, I understand it's bad and it's dark and it's big, But the reason why I left it till the end last week and I was just like, yeah, so this shit happened and it's happening or whatever, it's because sometimes that does impact my mood as well, because I have to think about that, and then sometimes think about Clarence's reasoning is that even though it's happening, nothing will change about it, and that's a shit thought, you know. It's like, it's not a positive one. So yes, I do agree that sometimes I may make a joke about it, or I may, you know, reshare a funny tweet about it, and I think we all have our ways of coping with the latest events of the world. And some people feel like they need to go out there on the field and feel like they're making a change, even if it doesn't really make a change. And then some people feel like making dark jokes. Not saying it's right.
No, I feel like there's some change to a certain capacity. I'm not gonna say there's not a single change, but like, for example, like the first year of the pandemic, 2020, there was a lot of protests in the city, people protesting regarding like police brutality and everything. The change that, for example, I'm using this as an example, but like the change that I saw, we are more supportive of each other in the Black community,
of Black business.
Like every time there's something, we more like, I don't like to use that term, but I guess like we more, I'm not gonna say use woke, but we more educated. So there's definitely some changes.
And I feel like the Nakamaha settlement that happened recently, I feel like without those protests, he would not have gotten that money. Like without those tensions and them wanting to show some kind of solidarity with the community, there would have been no settlement. So,
but you saw what they did, like they put in cameras in some parks in some neighborhoods, but like not surprisingly,
they are.
Yeah. Not surprisingly, like they put in the cameras in like Black neighborhoods.
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
Because
North,
white kids never
and
do
all that.
Wrong, so.
Yeah, so but they got the people that were doing like the works in these streets in the community and all that, they were saying that they felt blindsided by that move, because we've been trying to like bridging the gap between the cops and like the community, and now you're making these moves. So anyways,
well, guys, as you see, well, thank you everybody who wrote in. Shout out to you, Ronnie. As you see, it's a topic that we can definitely get into deeper. And all around the world, there's a lot of injustice, and we try to keep bringing you the good music, or else, you know, what else can I do? You know, so let's get into the breakdown. All right,
let's get it.
The breakdown.
All right, everyone, welcome to the breakdown, first half of the show, and I'm going first this week. I, want to talk about a little, a new singer I discovered here from Seattle. Okay, her name is Malia, and she's got a little song about something that, if you can relate to, I feel sorry for you. You know, it's called Only One. Let's get into a little bit and we'll come back.
All right.
Yes, I love way too hard. Yes, I love way too hard. Did I make this up? Am I the one, the only one in love? The only one in love. Yeah, you make it look easy. How you do it, you're amazing. As if nothing even happened. Disappearing.
Yes, guys, that was Malia with Only One, and it's giving you a little sexy, sultry neo soul here, with a little jazzy feel to the instrumental on this track. I feel like, you know, if you listen to it, it feels a little old soul. I like where the vocals sit on this song. It's above the instrumental, it's really above it. The mix, whoever mixed this it just sounds so good. Like the music sounds, each pure instrument sounds crisp. You feel, I'm like, wow, this is a great mix. Am I the, the song talks about, am I the only one in love? You know, she speaks on an unappreciated love. One person's putting in all the work, you know, and she says, guess I love way too hard. Girl, I've been there. She said, did I make this up? Am I the only one in love? It's a beautiful song, and it's relatable to a lot, because sometimes you're in a relationship and it gets to that point where you're like, am I, like, you may start to question your partner. Do they love me? Or am I, and it also, I'll say this, I think it might depend on how you define love, because I guess the love languages things, because one person might be thinking they're showing you they love you, and then you're like, no, but I'm doing X, Y, and Z. That's me for sure loving this person. And she's in a place where she's hurt, and she's feeling that. And I think that it's I think that her vocals makes it very believable. Her backgrounds are very serene and calming as well. The song puts me, even though it's about like something unsettling, like it's not a good topic necessarily to feel like that, it feels very relaxing. So
yeah, you said exactly what I had in mind. It's really smooth sailing. It's it's reflective, but at the same time, the vibe that you got from, to be honest, I would like to hear her perform live, because like when I was listening to the song, it felt like, okay, she's in the room singing, like right next to me. Right. Like that's why I would like to really hear her perform live. But no, that's a dope pick. I really liked it, to be honest.
Awesome. She has a good voice, yeah.
And like, because you had multiple picks in the past that is that type of topics. It's more of a sad mood or whatever, but that one is different compared to that. You usually, like, I would have said, no, man, I don't know. Yeah, I understand why you fuck with it, but I don't rock with it. But this one, actually, I can just put it in on my playlist. It's not the type of track that I usually listen.
But it's just
I feel like track. I like relatable track, but this one is like it hits. So I'm like, okay, cool. That's a dope pick.
It's like, it's not a beat, but there's something light about it. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. I feel you on that. But for sure, what's your first pick?
My first pick is from, okay, hold up, Khruangbin. Khruangbin. Yeah, damn.
Don't ask me. I don't know.
Anyways, you guys will see the post. You'll see the name. So Khruangbin. Anyways, Khruangbin and Leon Bridges, B-side. Let's get it.
Texas Moon, B-side.
Waiting for your love, you in all the ways, in another place, all I'm thinking of, just can't get enough. You, will I be?
All right, that was, give me 2 seconds, people. Khruangbin featuring Leon Bridges. At least people know Leon Bridges.
It's gonna be. It's in the description. The name will be written.
Yeah. Sorry, people know already. We messing up name, but actually this one, I'm messing up the name, but I like that. For people that don't know, it's not just an artist; it's a band. It's a trio. They're from Texas. And so I think it's a collaborative EP with Leon Bridges. It's a 2-part EP. One is Texas. This joint is from Texas Moon, but there's another part too, another EP called Texas Sun. But it's both dope. New discovery. I didn't know about this band, this group. But B-side for me, is the joint that I gravitated, that caught my attention. What I like about it, like you could hear the instrumentation, and the sound doesn't sound current. how can I say that? It gave me that 60s, 70s
Very
feel. It's a
70s,
mix of like R&B, soul, but with a bit of funk.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying like it doesn't sound current, but it still sounds like it can you can still play that in 2022. So no, this track and like from the vocal, the delivery and everything, like me, that track, it just caught my attention. And that project, you really need to listen the full project with the other EP to understand the concept behind it.
Right.
Yeah. So like literally, no, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I'm happy that you told me there's a project because I was listening to it. When I was listening to it, I was like, oh man, they need to be always working together. So now that I know that this is a 2-side whole EP, I'm about to go download that
because at first, like I saw Leon Bridges, I thought he was just doing the whole work, but when I did my research, I was like, okay, he's working with a band. Leon Bridges doing the vocals and all that. There's a vocalist doing the band, so like it made sense.
Okay.
So
I'm excited. That's gonna be good.
Yeah.
This song feels to me like a funky trip. It feels like driving on a back country road or some like, you know, it's enchanting. There's elements for me of soul funk and a little rock in there as well. There's these kicks that are just on the right tempo and they make you move automatically. Like Clarence said, it does definitely feel like a 70s groove. Literally in my note is whoever Khruangbin is, they should make a full album with Leon. So I love that. I said, I love Leon's smooth and full of cool and swagger voice. It's always just like, it's some kind of personality in his voice. As soon as when you hear Leon, you feel Leon as well. So I love that. Yeah.
And like for the listeners, like, and even you too, but like listen to like Texas Sun and Texas Moon. Like you will understand the whole concept. It's a whole vibe. You really need to just let it play. Like don't like play like random tracks. just no fact. Like just let it play.
I love concept projects, so I'm excited. Okay, so my second pick comes from Toronto boy, Safe. And y'all might have heard of Safe first on the Judas and the Black Messiah soundtrack. I think that's where I first heard of him, at least. And he has an EP out called Get Home Safe. It's called Get Home Safe Part 1. So we're gonna hear a song off of that EP called Feeling Lucky. You wasn't from the city, I did give your ass a pardon. I moved you out the projects. I invested in your body cause you wasn't moving toxic. And this is coming from the heart, don't judge me. Yeah, don't judge me. Manifested it, can't forget us. Seen the shit was coming, looked at you like I was Terry Lennon. Baby, it a game, finesse the rules like I'm Andrew Wiggins. Push me to the edge, Steve-O got me somewhere out in Venice. Most underrated, way too serious for entertainment. All access passes, gold plates on top of silk fat. Backstage to back page, got bitches by the duos. Palace like a group home, treat a penny like I'm two-tone. God bless my existence. All right, guys, I was Feeling Lucky by Safe. I like the spacey, slow tempo, outside in the city type beat. I love the delivery. I think this kid, he has real musical talent. Like, I like the way the lyrics are constructed. There's like different flows, different deliveries here. Like there's a lot of dynamic in the song that he's giving you, while it still remains incredibly laid back and smooth. Like it's not doing too much, but there's still enough dynamics that it's not flat when you're listening to it. It's not a boring song. I think, I said I like the lyrics. They're very well constructed. For example, one of the things he says, you wasn't from the city, had to give your ass a pardon. I moved you out the projects. I invested in your body because you wasn't moving toxic. I was like, okay, invest. And then it's the cadence that he was saying it. And he said, and soon as she was coming, look to you like I was Terry Lennon. Baby, you're the game, finesse the rules like I'm Andrew Wiggins. And that, I was just like, you better go, boy. You better rap and double entendres and sing in that smooth tone and just show your artistry. I love that. I like the way the song makes me feel. It makes me feel like I'm somewhere in Toronto with my windows rolled down. If I was Clarence, I'd probably have like, you know, a joint or something. And I'm mostly enthralled by his sweet and clear voice and his witty delivery. Love it.
This track, what I like about this track is that like you could see like the bars, like he was really having fun with the delivery. Like you could see like, how can I say that, they call it like lyrical exercise. You can see we're trying to get busy a little bit with the singing delivery and all that. But for me, I don't know. It's a cool track. It's just, for me, it's moody music. It's mood music. Like it's a good playlist filler because I feel like, but it's not a track that I would like put on my personal playlist because I feel like, I don't know, it just never picks up.
Okay.
It's always the same, but like it's always the same, so no variations like in the instrumental, like even in the delivery. But the lyrics though, that's the part that I appreciate from the track. I really like paid attention because he really gets busy.
Okay, for sure. I think for
but it's a cool little bop. It's a cool little bop.
It's a cool little bop. I think it stood out for me on the EP because of the delivery of the lyrics. But yeah, no, I think your feelings are completely valid. So we gonna go with your next pick. And if it seems like we're going a little quick, guys, it is not. Because the interview was long as hell. So it's okay. You can thank us later. But you know, go ahead with your
and it's late too. It's late too. Yeah. We're trying to catch some beauty sleep. But anyways, but my next pick is from I can't mess up this one. This one is too easy. McClenney featuring CHIKA. Too Much Sun in LA. Let's get it.
When you need me now, love on red too bad. Love don't speak like that. Give me the weekend, yeah. I'll hit you when I need to, yeah. Tell me what you really want from me. Tell me what you really want from me. Tell me what you really want from me. Tell me what you want.
Look, are you really feeling me? I question if you wanna deal with me. Honestly, I know I can be a handful at times, but I feel like your presence was healing me. Keep it 2 Virgils, give me a sign, give me a reason, give me a rhyme for me not to leave. I know you were down, but I don't believe I'm wasting my time. I got niggas who want me.
All right, McClenney and CHIKA. Is it CHIKA or CHIKA?
Oh, I don't know.
All right, Too Much Sun in LA. Man, this track, man. Sheesh. Alternative R&B. I didn't know about McClenney. Another discovery. It's actually, the project came out in 2021. August 2021.
Okay.
On a Virgo Mind.
Of course,
I didn't heard
right.
I didn't heard the project, but that's the track that I heard from him. I like it, and how can I say that? Like, it's trippy, but it felt like you floated.
Trippy is a good word. Trippy is a good word.
Yeah, it's trippy. Like you feel like you're in a space, you're floating, and I really like the concept of it. Like at first, I was like, Too Much Sun in LA. Okay, what does that mean? But when you listen to it, it's like, okay, like just from the lyrics, left don't read too bad, love don't speak like that, we never been like that, don't hit me when you need me, left on, well, he's repeating, but just that, like I could go on with the first verse, Too Much Sun in LA, another excuse to flake. It says everything. The whole song is a message to tell you that, look, like you're playing game, like I'm
there's
outside.
Literally no excuse. Like
yeah.
It's kind of like you're using the fact that it's too much of this to kind of like make excuses. Okay, I see that.
And CHIKA kill the verse. That's a good feature too. Like
that's my highlight point of that song, because I was saying immediately the tone reminded me a little bit of Masego as I was listening to him. It's a bop. I like the song. It's very sunny, but there was this little something missing from me for me that I got when it switched to the rap part. Like CHIKA's part, because I feel like it really added a nice dynamic finally to the song, because it was a little bit one note for a bit, and then the rap kind of
it picked up.
Yeah, it brought me back into it. Definitely very, you said trippy, I wrote flowy. I think it means the same thing. Again, the song really gives you a little outdoorsy vibe. I feel like this week we've got a lot of tracks that are outside in different settings. Like we had the other one that was outside on a country road. The other one made me feel outside like I'm on the streets in Toronto. This one, you know, this one is I'm outside in like maybe like, you know, a sunny palm trees vibe. So we're all outside though.
We outside.
We outside. That's what it is. Okay, so before we get into our oldies, let's talk to everything on Sean.
Yes.
All right, everyone. Yes, it's time that we talk to our guests, as we've been saying. We gotta, you know, we have everything on Sean in the building, and we cannot let him come by and not give us a pick, even though he be acting, you know, like he don't know what's good in these R&B streets.
Listen to his own chick.
But you know, I feel like he might got something for us. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing blessed. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Well, welcome to the show.
Thank y'all for having me. Appreciate it.
Thank you for coming on, Mr. Rent Free. Okay.
Hey.
Friend of the show before we even knew. So we love that. What is your pick for us this week?
Oh, my pick. You know what? You got me on the spot, so I think I'll go with The Dream. It's called "Wake Me Up, Wake Me When It's Over" from 1977. That his album, a dope fucking album, and I'm gonna go there. Why not? Toxic shit.
Yeah, the OG of toxicity.
Yeah.
The OG of making toxicity sound sweet. Him and Brent Fayez and same type of.
Yes. Yo, shout out Brent too. He's dope too. Yeah, that's true.
All right, let's get into it. We'll be right back.
All right.
Let's get it.
Wake me when it's over. Wake me when it's over. I hate it when you go. I love to watch you leave. I hate the way you talk to me. I love you in them jeans. You so disrespectful, but damn, I love your style. But shit, you so neglectful. How long have you been out? What have you been drinking? What have I been doing? Where I was last night? Do you mean who I've been screwing? Life on the internet. I look like the devil.
And that was my pick, y'all. That's "Wake Me When It's Over," The Dream. And the reason I chose that record, first of all, Dream is like is a very influential artist of mine. That's one of my favorite R&B albums from anybody in the last 10 years. And he just makes a lot of toxic music sound really sexy. You know what I mean? Very sexy.
False. That falsetto.
That falsetto. You know it. So he's a legend, and I definitely can relate when it comes to crafting my R&B vibe records that definitely have some of that element of being very real, telling a story, but still being a little spicy with, you know, the delivery and the topic, which is which I think we all have been through stuff like that. You know, wake me when it's over, leaving a relationship that you're tired of, a relationship that's just not working out, and it's almost like, if you just wake the hell up when you have a bad dream, how do you get out of a bad dream? You just wake your ass up. Yep. So
we're gonna talk about one of your songs later on too. That reminds me a little bit of that same messaging. Yeah. I think this song is a little moody, you know, for The Dream. You know, the Dream is definitely. I was about to say something. It sounds weird, but like a sex king. Like he's very sexual in his music, and he's never shied away from certain expressions and certain words, the way he says things, and extreme innuendos. Like he's definitely that. But this track was very much more a little the realer side, you know, of what goes on in relationships, and, you know, the heartfelt side. So I really like that he expressed that. And that album, 1977, is one of those standout albums, and people kind of I feel like we kind of sweep the dream under a rug a little bit, you know?
It
like,
went under the radar.
Yeah.
That project, to be honest, it's one of his best projects.
Yeah, it's definitely one of his best. 100%. 100%.
For sure. Like as a producer and as an artist.
Songwriter,
the dream sells, but he's like, you know, that's the dream. But shout out to Versus. I remember at the beginning when they did
that was one of the best verses.
That's when Versus used to be good, you know. That was
raw. That was a raw versus. That was super raw.
And then you see the producers and songwriters. I thought that was cool because you got to see like songs like, oh, I didn't know he produced that. I didn't know he wrote that. And it became artist versus artist, which it's cool, but I really miss like the OG like purpose and way that Versus used to be like
on a Zoom call or
like exactly
bad internet.
They gotta do that again.
If they know, like
they gotta do shit. Like, yo, Sean Garrett is funny. Holy
oh my god, yo, that was he was so wild. There was one. What was the one with oh my gosh, the white boy against Manny Fresh? Oh my goodness,
Scott Storch.
Scott Storch. That one was funny because every time he had the freaking Manny had the button like, we're not playing fucking R&B, bro. We're not playing R&B, bro. And I was like, bruh, but those are hits. Like, those are hits.
Don't tell me what to play, boy. Don't tell me what to play.
Also, because Manny only has, like, in the trap hits. Like I mean.
Yeah, he was pulling out all the Cash Money records. Like, nah, man, it's cool, but.
Like, when Storch plays, like, his huge records, and I mean, like, freaking lighters up and shit. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, I mean, I miss the real version. Bring back the real version.
It wasn't a fair battle, to be honest. That one.
No, it wasn't. That wasn't a good setup.
It wasn't a good match.
Yeah.
It wasn't a good matchup.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
That wasn't the one. No.
We had a few. Remember, Clarence? Like there was a whole year where like every like time we got to the pop culture topic with a guest, it was Versus. Like that really had us in the cold.
That was a culture movement, man. Like I mean, it still is. It was such an impactful thing, and with COVID being how it, you know, being the catalyst of that movement. I mean, we saw things that we thought we would never see. Like no one thought about this before. You guys create. That's why I love being a creator. That's why I love art, being creative. You just find a way to shine when shit's not. You know, when shit's not right, when shit's not going the way we want to, we'll find an alternative. We'll switch it up. Oh, that doesn't work. Okay, we're going to try this. Oh, that don't work. We're going to try this. Art always finds its way. And that was a beautiful thing to just see people would speak, climbing to their phones, climbing to the computer, climbing to the TV, just to see, you know, who can beat who and how, what's the reaction. And, oh, I remember where I was when this record came out. Or wait, I didn't even know what the hell song is this? Is this nigga tripping? Well, why is he playing this? But
it proved to me that we were really bored, like truly bored.
Yeah.
No, but actually, to be honest, like Nicky might not understand, but the guys will understand. Like for me, Versus is literally like that barbershop talk. This 100%. Is what we do at the barbershop. We always 100%. Talk about Jay-Z, Nas, or 100%. LeBron, MJ, or whatever. Yes. Like for me, Versus was the equivalent of barbershop talk. Like to
that's what y'all do, right? We gossip.
Yeah. That's why sometimes we gotta mess up airline and shit. Like,
yo, bro, what are you doing up there, man?
Because he's getting too heated in the argument. Yeah. It's funny.
But if the conversation's too good, we won't even realize till the end of the to the end of the cut. That's what hurts. It's like, damn. We had a great combo, but damn.
No, that's funny. I mean, when I knew we were really too bored when I saw like 1 million people was watching DJ D Nice. At one time, that night was the craziest night when he went viral, and I'm like, you're really sitting here watching a DJ
play music,
and commenting. We're not dancing. We're sitting there and we comment.
We're just commenting,
I was like, wow, it's wild.
What a time, man.
What a time. But all right, that was a good little breakdown, Simon. Thank you so much. Clarence and I got to get into our oldies, but we're going to talk to you in a bit on the lowdown. Whew, guys, that's just a taste of what we about to talk with Everything OshauN. Like I love their vibe, and his producer, I believe,
Yes.
that's in here with him, that you guys saw. Really dope guys, and we're gonna have an even better conversation. So make sure you stay tuned on the lowdown for that. But now we gotta get into our oldies. Y'all know we gotta give the oldies some love. I'm gonna go first with mine. It's from Brandy's Full Moon album, and I'm gonna tell you why I have a track from Full Moon on the lowdown. So you'll have to wait to hear the exact reasoning, but we will talk about the track. Love Wouldn't Count Me Out. Let's get into it.
If your vow couldn't make it, you shouldn't have made it. How could you let me believe you couldn't leave me if you never loved me?
Yes, guys, that's Brandy's Love Wouldn't Count Me Out. One of my favorite tracks on the Full Moon album. It's a powerful R&B ballad that it reminds me of, if for anybody who knows the Tomorrow album, I'm getting tired. For anybody who knows the Never Say Never album,
Never Say, oh my bad.
Yeah, no, I was trying to talk about the album for Full Moon. So
okay.
There's a song on Never Say Never called Tomorrow that reminds me a lot of Love Wouldn't Count Me Out. Same kind of delivery and vocal arrangement. And some of the lyrics on this track are what really make it a standout for me. If your vow couldn't make it, you shouldn't have made it. Ooh, the song speaks about a relationship that's gone a way you didn't expect. It started off where, you thought that you really understood what was going on in the relationship. You thought you knew the person, and then suddenly it used to be that you couldn't live without me, but now you think you're better without me. So now it's over, and I guess it wasn't true when you said I loved you. And later on we talked with EverythingOshauN about a song where he has a similar message. A lot of people who thought that they was loved and they wasn't, okay, in these streets. And Brandy has been through it. The song is a journey. It's a full story. The build up to the bridge is epic. You hear that song is big. It's like a journey. The lyrics are poignant, and you have Brandy emoting for her life. Okay, the arrangements on this track, vocal arrangement, fantastic, and I'm going to shout out the vocal arranger in a sec. This is R&B. That's without a doubt. This is R&B. After all when she said, after all the things you said to me, now you want to get up and leave. Like what? Like who? LaShawn Big Shiz Daniels, R.I.P. Big Shiz. If you guys don't know, he was a vocal producer to the Starrs, and he passed away like a couple years ago. He is the vocal producer on this track. Him and Brandy vocal produce. And then Freddie Jerkins, aka Darkchild's little brother, is the producer on this track. So everybody on this track was on their A game.
Yes, definitely. No, that's a dope music. It's all about the from the production, but I feel like the performance too on the track. Yeah, like in we were saying that I think the week before. Sometimes you always need that one track. It's all about the performance. That one track's on the album, or like, yeah, it's cool, you're having fun, different instrumental and all that. But for R&B, there's at least that one track you got to perform.
You have to.
Yeah, you got to show your skills.
It's a performance. This is like I'm about to show out song. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, love it. Your oldie.
We're going back.
Back.
In 1982. Yeah, 1982, Atlantic Starr, Closer. Let's get it.
So right, and I know I'm hooked for life. If I didn't listen, yeah. If you wanna know how long our love will last, this universe will pass, baby. Yes, it will. Oh, that's how long, that's how strong, I'll be loving you.
Atlantic Starr. Nicky corrected me. Let's Get Closer. Sorry for that, but there's still a closer.
It's the
But
same.
anyway,
Yeah.
but yeah, Atlantic Starr 1982 from that Brilliance album. For those that knows, that track was sampled by Nate Dogg and Warren G. Nobody does it better. Man, this track, I don't know, man. This track, every time I hear it, there's something deep about it. Like every time it comes on my Spotify, I can't skip it.
There's a feeling,
like from
yeah,
like that, like if you like the lyrics, like closer than close, closer than most. I just see so much in you. I want a better view. I want to look deeper into you. Like, in that time, we always say that there's a certain innocence. That's what I get from that track. Like, and it's peaceful too. Like, it's one of those tracks. It's a little bit long, but like you just let it play. You feel good when you listen to it.
No, I don't disagree with that. I think what I really love, because Atlantic Starr, I think they're from New York, and you really hear.
They are. Hold on, let me check. Are they from New York? They all from New York, or?
I think that band is from New York. I may be wrong, but
yeah, they're from New York, White Plains. You're right.
Okay. And I really love that you kind of hear a lot of the R&B and soul that New York was doing at that time in their sound. Like if you listen to the R&B that was coming out of New York that time, you hear a sort of pattern in it, and it's a very honest and gritty soul to it. You can feel it right away. It's loving, it's seductive, and it's earnest at the same time. I believe, like, when you listen to the song, I believe in the strength of their love. I believe that, they are going to get closer. The band was, no, for real, like, they're incredible, and the vocals were unmatched. It's a song that has really high moment, like, I don't know how to describe, there's really high moments on the track, like instrumental moments, vocal moments, but it never feels like, it still feels calm. Like, it's weird to, it still feels tranquille, like it still feels like a slow bop, but there's actually really big musical moments happening.
You know them tracks in the movies, them tracks in black movies, when like there's always like a party and like you see them doing it slow. Dancing is slow and all that. That's
the part. Track. Okay. All right. Well, that's the part. And again, I have to say,
this is when we got closer.
And here's why
I really felt that she was the love of my life. You know this narrative.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about, and that is being black. Like that song you had last week with the poem all about being black. That would be one of those things about being black. And again, I have to say that I feel like I've said this in previous weeks. They're not doing it like this no more. Damn, that's a good song. Jesus, that's a good song. Yeah, right there.
It's funny. I know. We gotta we gotta do what we gotta do. But I was actually having that convo. Well, someone older, and he was asking me if in our era, like the 90s, we 90s baby, did we dance on some slow, like, in school dance and all that, like, but I was like, no, actually, no.
There really wasn't.
And the person, no, but I feel that, I don't know, I'll talk from my perspective. I feel that that's an American thing. Canadian don't dance slow like that. Maybe in Toronto, maybe I don't know, but in Montreal,
there's never like that. Well, in our dances that I recall, there was never like, because first of all, the teachers, they never want us to get slow together. They would not allow, so they would rather the music keep going fast and then pulling away kids trying to grind than pulling away kids trying to whine. Okay.
Sean Paul changed my life. Oh,
which one?
Sean Paul changed my life.
Oh my goodness. You bringing that shit back. But that's the thing. Maybe it is a cultural difference. I never thought of that. That's wild. Yeah, I want to.
Like us, I don't know. From like the 90s people, we never dance on slow, but I feel it's an American thing. Like Canadian, black Canadian, like especially from Montreal, like we don't do slows like that. It can play like old. If you go to an older crowd parties, you'll hear some slow tracks, but we don't dance on that.
All right. Next segment, where we going?
The Lowdown with the boy EverythingOshauN.
Hey.
The Lowdown.
Dance to the money, dance till it all gula. Dance to the money, dance till it all gula. Dance to the money, dance till it all gula. Dance to the money, Hit it once so, give me twice and you know so. Need it now, need it pronto. Pull up quickly to your condo, and your lip I know is speaker.
All right, everyone, welcome to the Lowdown, second half of the show.
Yes.
Yes. We're here, and I was gonna say something that was not supposed to be said. Y'all gotta forgive me when I got too much shit on my mind. Breakdown to Lowdown on Instagram with the number 2 at @real_B2L on Twitter. If you don't know, Breakdown 2 Lowdown on Facebook. All of those with the number 2, not the word 2. You know what I mean? Follow us, hit us up, and anywhere that you listen to this podcast, they do have a rating system. 5 stars, please. Nothing less. Or whatever the highest thing is there. You know what I mean? The best.
Don't start to hate, man. Only love.
Yeah, exactly. If you listen, I'll tell you something for real. If y'all have like a 1-star rating on your Spirit, go give it to another show. Don't do it to me. All right. I'm just gonna say. All right, but we got everything.
But hold up. You know what's funny? Like, when you look at reviews online and all that, you see like companies have 3.5 star, 4 star. Why are you giving 4? Like, just give 5 or nothing.
5?
Right. Honestly, it's so weird. 5 or nothing, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't have the 5 on your Spirit, just keep it pushing.
Yeah, give him one star or 0.5 star. Like, oh, you definitely a hater.
With me, it's like when you see some freaking 1 star, it's like I would have gave it 0, but I'm like, excuse me, why are you here? Why are you
what? Oh, but what? What is the tiny reason you're rocking with the show or whatever? Like,
exactly.
I would have gave it a 0, but that's cold.
That is cold as hell. But yes, we got EverythingOshauN in the building. Listen, excuse me, Mr. Worldwide out here. Excuse me. He's mixed with a little bit of toxicity. We talked about it a little bit earlier on. The man is Nigerian and Jamaican. Don't come for me, y'all. But he said that, and I was like, oh.
Yo, you killing me out here.
Listen, I
know your pain, guys, man. That's
okay, brother. You
that Asians be receiving.
Yeah,
Asian men don't cheat. Yeah. What you talking?
No, we don't cheat. We know that. We know that for a fact.
Okay, making sure that you know. All right.
Nah, but I understand like all the hate, all the alleged toxicity that you going through. So I'm with you, man. I got your back.
Just because you are reformed now, you
are reformed, man. Okay.
Nah.
You're out the trouble.
Always been like that, man. I was born reformed already.
For sure. Well, listen, to be honest, I love y'all. You know what I mean? Nigerian, Jamaican listeners, don't flame me. I'm nothing if not real, but I will say this, y'all women, they say it themselves. So I be like, I have one of my, she's one of my closest friends, and she'll be shitting on Nigerian men. I just be like, damn.
And she's Nigerian, obviously, right?
She's Nigerian. I'd be like,
Nah, tell her to get a nation, man.
Oh, well, she's like, I wouldn't. We always say that. She's like, I wouldn't get a Haitian because of you and all the shit that you've been talking. And I'm like, same, and vice versa. So it is what it is. That's what women do. We talk shit. Somewhere out there are a couple good ones, I'm sure.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. I'm one of them.
Like we have to, exactly. We got 2 constituents sitting right there.
We are them. We are the, and listen, and you know what? And when it comes to debates, as soon as any conversation in your room I get in, as soon as they start shitting on the Nigerian, I'm like, hey, I'm Jamaican. And then if they do the other one, I'm like, hey, not me, I'm Nigerian. I'm conveniently whatever's going on in the room too, I'm just
it's crazy. And the reason I knew that women were kind of crazy when I like my mother started telling me about men, and like she started telling me all the different like nationality she didn't want me with. And, you know, I was counting and I was like, it's all of them. It's just, there's none that are good. He was just like, well, you know, it is what it is. And I'm like, okay, so I'm just gonna
just gonna be here.
Your mom. She's counting. Wait a second.
Yeah.
Who's that?
What's left?
Might as well marry myself then.
basically.
You want me to be single? Oh, okay, single.
But we gotta talk. Snow, you gotta say it for me because I don't want to mess it up. The name of the song we just heard.
Yeah, to pronounce it, the real pronunciation is Agola.
Agola. Agola. What does it mean?
It means finish. So it's like, that's why the song says dance till it's Agola. Dance till the money's finished. Till everything is done. Till it's complete. You know,
that sounds kind of fire though.
It's a party vibe record. Shout out Four Corners, Raptors, the Raptors DJ. We collab on that record. It goes crazy in the Scotiabank Arena at the Raptors games, and yeah, man, big him up, and yeah, big up the whole Niger, man. Agola out right now, just dropped last week, so we pushing it.
Yes.
We're definitely gonna shoot a video for it soon, and yeah, we're gonna go crazy with it right now. Shout out Spotify and Apple for showing mad love on it. So we've been getting some love. A lot of love on the playlisting side of it, and we even had a billboard done that square.
Oh, I saw that.
That was the first one too, so that's blessings.
Billboard man,
yes.
Praise him. Yes, that is.
We grinded. I told you we were grinding at the beginning. I said we working on some things. So.
Grind don't stop, man.
It can't stop, won't stop.
So tell me a little bit more about that. You know, the playlist kit. I see you was getting added. I saw you show the ones that you featured on.
I don't know.
How you feel about it? Yeah, talk to me. Everybody has their view on the playlist situation. So
you see that, you know, the thing is, I feel good about it. I feel I'm excited about the new listeners that will get to hear my records, hear the record from the playlisting. That's what I care about the most. I'm not too much into the number situation right now. And because I know that there's a lot of politics when it comes to playlisting, curators, and that just in general. I mean, many different artists message me when they saw that. They're like, "Hey, man, how do I get all that? How do I get all those playlists? I've been trying to get on this for this." And I'm like, "Yo, man, it's not anything that I did or we did special. You know what I mean? It's just." You make sure I tell artists, make sure you try to put in the record in the system. Your distribution company is as early as possible. So it's in there for 4 weeks, 5 weeks. Sometimes if you can make it even 6 weeks. And make sure that when you're pitching, you just be very, very detailed in how you're going to work the record and you know, what it took to create the record and what's coming next. And I feel like when they start to see the plan, when they start to see that you're actually, you have something structured around this song, and it's not just you're putting a song because you just want your friends to see how cool you are, and it's a part of a project, and you're consistent. See, because of the consistency, I think that's happening. You know, like we dropped the Rent Free, we dropped the previous EP in November. I even dropped an R&B Toxic song a few weeks ago. I think when these curators see that you're that consistent, it's always a record in the system. I did a record with, there's an artist out here too called Omega Mighty. She's a dope dancehall, R&B, Afrobeat vibe artist. She's super talented, and I'm a featured record on there. So I think the consistency of just seeing the name pop up in the system is probably why this worked the way that it works.
You just dropped some gems.
I like that you explaining the whole process. Well, your process behind it, because there's the myth out there that like, okay, I'm dropping a single, automatically I gotta find a playlist to get in and all that. And people think that just being on the playlist then after that the record is gonna work by itself. But no, that's not how it works. There's a grind behind it. Like and I like the fact that you really structured. Well, for you, I know some artists that are not structured when you talk with them and all that, but you structure, you got your blueprint. So for me, it shows that your record, it might be like the flyest record out there, but people don't know about it. So you got to push it.
It don't mean nothing. I think from my observation of artists, independent artists from Canada, like a lot of people, as soon as the record comes out, maybe they promote it a little bit before the record comes out, and after the record comes out, maybe a week or so, they kind of like forgot about it. You know what I mean? You got to promote just as hard now that the record is out than just the whole week leading up to. People go so hard in trying to get the pre-saves, pre-save my song, pre-save my album, pre-save. It drops few posts and then that's it. No, I make sure that we get with the creative team, with the photography. We have photos to post all through the weeks after it's come out. Then make sure we plan to shoot a video for it. Shoot a video, get pieces of that, jump on Reel, jump on TikTok, jump on your story. Continue. Make sure that it leads up to another record. And then, you know what I mean? Now when the next record drops, you're promoting both records, you know what I mean? And you kind of just build that way. It's like an ongoing, never stopping
building blocks. And
it's hard. It's hard. Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying it's fucking hard. It's hard.
It's tedious.
It's hard. Yeah. It's hard. Making the song, making the beat, that's just you know what I mean? That's just one small portion of, if you're trying to be a actual recording artist, you know what I mean, out there. It's very difficult, but the consistency about it is like the number one thing that I think a lot of people don't do. And we used to struggle with that a few years ago, but a lot of things are starting to happen for us just because we kept the consistency going.
I see it looks like you guys have a system now, and that's very important because what you were describing is kind of like that single mentality that people have, which they think that right now we're in a singles culture where it's not really an album or a project culture. It's just, you have a hot single and it pops. So people think you release the single and it's supposed to do the work. And then after, a week or two and they don't see traction, they just move on to the next song. But we are in a singles culture. However, before the single becomes hot enough to even become a fad, there's so much work that goes into pushing it to that point. So, I think it's kind of like there's a veil on things, it's those rose-colored glasses people need to take off and see what's really behind there.
You gotta look behind and you gotta watch how the music market right now is. Just be very observant of how artists are rolling out, what they're rolling out. I stay online watching and listening to interviews from people like, whether it's Russ, who's a great example of an independent artist, grinding. If it's music execs like Steve Stout, explaining the market, how to get involved with sync licensing and all of those things. You got to just be so aware of everything. And if you're not, you're losing. You're missing out on a big chunk of shit. That, you know what I mean, that you thought that, listen, that record, that Rent Free or Worldwide, that record could pop maybe after I drop 20 other records. You know what I mean? That's like 20 other records can make the Rent Free pop. So when I realize that that's how it works, especially with the streaming world now, where nothing is a waste anymore. It's all of your back catalog. It's all back catalog now. So anytime I drop a new record, someone tells me about a record I dropped in 2017, 2018, or
because when you drop a new song, people want to say like, oh, I didn't know him. Clarence and I do this all the time. We like, oh, this is the first song I hear from this person, but let me go see what else they've dropped, type of thing.
That's exactly what you said in the pod when you played Rent Free. You said, yo, this is the first song I heard of him. This must be fun. I'm gonna go back and check out some other stuff that he's got going on because this is the first one I heard.
I never remember what I'd say, but
you would definitely vibe it.
It sounds like something I would say. However, Sometimes it'd be blurry, but yeah, for sure, it definitely did inspire me to go look into more of your music. And I mean, Faith brought us together. I mean, you brought up Rent Free, so go ahead and talk about that, because that record, I feel, really like encompass what you are as an artist, who you are as an artist, in my opinion. Did you feel that it was special?
Yeah, for sure.
Actually, no, that's interesting you say that, because when I was making the beat, like, there's, because we're Nigerian and Jamaican, if you really listen to it, you can kind of hear
there's a mix of it.
Oh yeah, it's not strictly
Caribbean Afrobeat.
It's not strictly the other. It's kind of ambiguous, and if you listen to a lot of like dancehall today, anyway, a lot of it is more Afro influence, because it's the sound that's kind of driving the culture right now. But it was definitely a conscious effort to make that song kind of feel like it could live in both spaces. So you're right. It does encompass a lot of, it has the rapping, it has the melody, it has the both cultures in it. So yeah, you're very right about that. Yeah.
You know what it reminds? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Chris.
Oh, my bad. But would you say, me personally, like, I got put on into your music because of Rent Free, but would you say it's the record that kind of put you out there, or there's a record before that I don't know? Or
I would, there's different little spots, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think before Rent Free, I would have said that what got me into the Afrobeat space and like start to actually garner attention in Africa is a song on the project before that, which would have been called Odemma.
Yeah.
Okay.
Odemma was the first record that I would say that got us like even like the amount of like Spotify playlisting that was going on. That was like the first time that I had like more than one reach out at a time. Yeah. So and I got a lot of new listeners from Odemma. There's like 3 spots I would say, but prior to Rent Free that I would have said is like my worst. People started to pay a little attention to. One was Odemma. The other record would have been Worldwide because of the music video. For me. And then before that, especially out here, would have been a record called Load Management, because that's when I met Four Corners, and he started playing that record at the Raptors games during their championship season.
Wow.
That's a good look. That's a good look.
So that was where a lot of people started like flooding into who I was from. So that would have been just prior to the pandemic, and in 2019. And then we just kept building off of it, which with Rent Free, for example, and Woj.
That's dope. I like how that kind of came around for you, and I like how you mentioned like fusion. I know words for sure. I like how you mentioned that. Like,
I will never insult you. Okay, never, ever, ever. Well, first of all, it's international. Happy International Women's Day too.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Facts.
Appreciate that.
But it's not. Hold on, can I say something?
Yeah.
I don't want to be a party crasher or whatever, like fucking up the moon. No. It's nothing bad. It's nothing bad. It's just like I just find it funny that only today we showing love, like, but it should be every day. Not on some corny shit for real, but like, man,
you're right.
Just show them love every day, like the same pose that you're doing. Because I see a lot of women posting. Yeah, I like how where women are right now. It's cute, but do that every day. You don't need to post stuff or whatever. Like, yo, call your sister, call your mom, be like, hey man, I love you. That's it.
You're right.
That's how I feel.
Thank you, Clarence. But that reminds me of Winnie and Bobby's Black History Month moment. Black History Month, we did a whole year. We know every month, every day.
Yeah, and you know what? And same thing that you're saying. See, it's got to be action too, and that's why for me, like I can wish Nicky Happy International Women's Day just because it's the day. But the thing about me is I make sure, and anybody could check my history. Everything that I do, I incorporate women in everything that I do. Like that Rent Free song you talk about, that was a Black woman director who shot that video.
Yes.
That was a Black woman that casted all those other Black women in that video. Have a video out right now, Issa Rae. That's another Black woman that did the photography for that and did all the casting. So I always make sure, a lot of my photographers actually are women, to be honest with you. Yeah. And I always make sure that when we shoot videos, we always highlight the women, whether they're in front of the camera or behind the camera, and even online, just so that people can see, hey, you know what, you can work with women and you can celebrate them as you work. That's another way to celebrate them. Actually collaborate,
give them some more,
and include them and big them up and highlight them and include them in grants and include them in your shoutouts and include them in your business plans instead of just big saying, like you just said, Happy International Women's Day, and you back doing your shit with your niggas, and that's it.
O'Shaun said, I walk it like I talk it.
That's it.
And I'm here for it.
Talk it, man. Shit.
Listen, I wanted to ask you because, you know, we're trying to figure out the Toronto scene, right? Now we've heard good, we've heard bad, we've heard lukewarm. You know what I mean? I'm trying to figure out for you how it's been. Like, because we know the shit that they talk in Montreal. You know, we live in here and they talk mad shit. However, in my opinion, from what I've seen on the outside looking in Toronto, it seems more collaborative. It's
y'all champion each other.
Damn.
Really?
It seems like that was not a good reaction. I don't know.
Damn, okay.
I can't even continue.
But the grass always look greener on the other side. We don't know.
And I think that's so crazy because they say that everywhere, right? Yeah. Anytime I watch or go to, whether it's a music conference or anything online, I'll always hear about how people always say that the city that they're from, the outsiders look at it like this amazing collaborative. Yeah. Bro, that's crazy that you think that, because I don't think anybody from Toronto would think that.
Really? And when I go there, whenever I'm in the city, people are so open. People are always down to work. That's why I love the energy whenever I go there.
But here's the thing. Is it
because I'm an outsider?
You're an outsider, right? That's one. You're an outsider, and you're coming in. You're going to be migrating over. For them, it's gonna feel like you're bringing a different kind of energy. You know what I mean? Over. Now, don't get it wrong. There's some support, but I would call the Toronto situation, the Toronto scene, it's very cliquey over here. So you might see a lot of artists support a lot of artists, but it's the same artists that they're supporting. It's like the same groups of the artists that they support. So just look at it as like little small pods. So you might see these 5 guys big up these other 5 guys, but it'll always be those same guys that they big up on rotation. So it does look like, Toronto is a supportive place, but it is not the way that how I would wish that it would be, because I've been over to Atlanta. See, Atlanta is the true definition. Is it true? And now here's the thing I was going to tell you. I haven't heard anyone from Atlanta say that they're not collaborative over there.
Oh, they all messing with each other.
They know that. I never hear it. I never hear anybody complain about it.
They do say they have problems with each other and stuff, but they still put the money in the.
They put the money in front.
Priority.
They put the business in front. Yeah. They put the money in the business in front in Atlanta. They work when you go to Atlanta's they just see you're from Toronto. Boom, they want to work. But also, they're also working with each other. You know what I mean? Like Toronto, I see like a Toronto artist would have to go to LA and connect with another Toronto artist in LA. And it was like, why ain't y'all connect in Toronto where you get down the street? You know what I mean? It's because it's not that cool. It's not cool.
Because it's more for the look.
It's a lot of it's for the look. A lot of it's for the look over here. A lot of it's for the look over here.
What I've seen here in Montreal, at least, is like a lot of people told me a lot of things before. I'm originally from Ontario. I grew up in Ottawa, and I moved to Montreal about 4 years ago. Though I was born here, but whatever. I moved back, I would say, 4 years ago. And when I came, people were like, you know, oh, watch out because this and that, and you're not, and it's a hater city, and I was like, I was like, wow, I met a lot of great people, like Clarence. I'm collaborating with some. Now, yes, some people are high on their some people are high on their horses, you know what I mean? But what I noticed about Montreal is when they see you doing the little moves, you know, when they seen some moves, then suddenly that your 3-week-old DM is being replied to. And I'm just like, okay, you know, they need to see a little movement, and then suddenly I can get a call back. But you didn't believe it, you know. You back then you wasn't on me.
Holes all on me.
You know, you didn't know me, but that's it.
But that's a perfect assessment of the Montreal scene, to be honest. You pass the test. But me, I'll speak from my personal experience. Like me, I'm someone in the city. Like me, I'm more in the background. People that know, they know.
Right.
But me, it just happened that when I was trying to make move in Montreal, it didn't work for me. But I always had to connect either in Toronto, either like in New York, Connecticut, LA, and all that. I do these little trips here and there. And I do what I got to do. But when people see that, that's when they all over me now.
Clarence has the connect. He just moved like real quiet.
Me personally, and I'll be honest, like I might have some feedback regarding that or whatever in the city for people that listen, but me, I rather work with people out of town.
Yeah.
That's what's worked for me personally. And me, the people in Toronto, I always had a good rapport. I'm always vibing. I like the mentality and all that, but I'm from the outside.
You're an outside.
Like, I'm not in the crib. I'm from the outside. So that's why I like to hear your perspective coming from a guy from Toronto.
You're speaking 100% facts. Somebody like you coming in or wanting to work. Here's the thing. I've said this to a lot of people too. It's easier for an artist like me to talk to someone like you or reach out to someone in LA or reach out to someone in Atlanta. They'll respond to me before the person that is down the street from me here. And that's just the honest truth. I'll send a DM to a bunch of Toronto artists and a bunch of DMs to people in UK and shit, DJs in UK and people in wherever, and I will get responses from them before I get responses from the people that are in Toronto. And like you said, and when they see you out, they'll see you out and they'll big you up, and they'll say, "Oh, yo, you're doing your thing. Yo, we gotta link. We gotta link and build." But then after the fact, nothing happens. See, I'm not about all this talk. You know what I mean? Like I'm about action.
Talk. Let's go.
I'm about action. You know what I mean? It's like that's why me and 4K it works so well. Like he's supporting me, I'm supporting him. We make something happen. Boom! It's legit. It's tangible. Here it is. It's not just back and forth talks. And like you said, as soon as certain things start happening for me, some of those old DMs, some people still start to respond to them. But is it enough where it's life changing? No, they're probably waiting for me to move another mountain. So when I move another mountain, then maybe they'll start to even be a little more aggressive.
Maybe they'll send the private line. But
but does that encourage you? Like, let's say like, okay, you're getting more traction in the city, in Toronto and all that. Does that encourage you to work more with people from Toronto, or you just staying away and you're doing your thing, you stay in your lane?
I kind of still just put it out there and see who bites. You know what I mean? Like I don't really stress about it anymore like I used to. I used to be like, "Yo, come this, but now I don't. I kind of just put it out there and just say, whether it's reaching out to a DJ from here or whether it's reaching out to an artist. I kind of put it out there and I just like let it be. And like if they get back to me or if they bite the on the string there, and want to work or want to talk or want to build or whatever, then I take that as the bonus. But I don't take it anymore as the real motivating battery for me to do what I need to do. Like I'm gonna do what I need to do regardless. Like I already know that You know, I got a talented team that we're still building. And we know that we're only scratching the surface of our potential. And you know, I use everything as fuel, to be honest. If you want to be real, I use everything. I use the success as fuel. I use these conversations that we're having right now as fuel. I use the people ignoring the DMs as fuel. You know what I mean? So
I love it because it's kind of like if I can make it here, I can make it anywhere. Like that New York mentality. Like, you know, you're gonna surpass those things, and it's gonna make you stronger. Some of those things that you were saying earlier with, you know, DMing out of town people, them be like that. Clarence and I even see that with the show. So we'd be collabing with people, you know, from the UK, from Toronto, so, and not saying that the Montreal pods and shows like don't want to collaborate, but they definitely be moving their feet like slowly, you know. But when it comes from out of town, like Atlanta, places like they be like, yo, let's work, let's you know, let's collab, and it's always great collabs when we do it. Like the vibe is great, and it's weird, but I think it's because like people are afraid of you coming for their spot. Yeah. You know what I mean? I put you on too much in the city. Now I'm not top dog no more. Where it's like, it shouldn't be like that. It should be
crab in the bucket mentality. They don't believe that everybody can win. There's truly space for everyone. Everyone can be at the top. It doesn't have to be one person. It doesn't have to be one podcast. Doesn't have to be one show. Doesn't have to be one R&B artist. Doesn't have to be one. It could be all of us. It could be everybody. The whole ecosystem could flourish all at once if we all just didn't drag our feet, do what we're supposed to do, and fucking collaborate with other people and big them up too. Big up their show. Big up their new song. Big up their new video. Big up their new whatever their short film that they're doing. Whatever it is. That's the only way that it's going to work. That's the only way we're going to have in Atlanta over here. And people think it's a beautiful thing up here in Toronto and Montreal. Honestly, I thought Montreal was not how y'all described it. Like, honestly, I was like, yo, I need to get out to Montreal because I think that.
And when it comes to the white people over here, they barely acknowledge any type of entertainment from Black folk. No, I'm just saying they just acknowledged that K-Tronada existed like last year. Like,
and that's look how big he is.
Huge. So the city never recognized them.
We have,
but there's a lot of artists from Montreal, low key, that are making move in the States or in Europe and all that.
I see it.
People in the city don't even know, and like, yo, literally right next to it, there's $1 million guy that just walked by. Like, you don't even know.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Think about the music industry. The music industry right now, two of the biggest artists literally at the top of the game are from Toronto. That's Weeknd and Drake. And Toronto literally a few weeks ago lost its main hip-hop R&B station.
We talked about that. That was wild. And it was the only commercial, the only urban commercial station in Canada.
The only one, and it's gone. It's gone, but all the go look at your favorite records, go look at your favorite R&B records, go look at your favorite hip hop records. All the producers are from fucking Canada and Toronto and Montreal. They're all from here.
The disrespect that Canada, the way Canada treats Black music is.
It's disgusting.
Don't get me on my soapbox.
Oh my god! No, I'm with you. I could talk about that for hours. It's disgusting here. It makes no sense.
No sense. And we drive.
At least you guys had a station, but we never had that, and we're still fighting for that look, which is crazy. But anyway, that's another topic too. But
is there a college? Like, is there a college station that's kind of like an urban one? Like how we have, like over here we have Vibe 105 and
so CKUT definitely hits the urban type of station. We got some great morning shows on there. We got some great hip hop shows on there.
CKUT.
CJLO as well had a Pastor Move, which was really focused on the urban culture. We try and get our
a couple of them.
We can get them, but. It's the same thing, crabs in the barrel, and then not fighting the real enemy, just fighting each other. But I wanted to ask you, because we always ask a little pop culture question, something going on the internets at the moment. And since it is International Women's Day, why not take a look at this clip that went viral recently, because they're just giving podcasts out to anybody these days.
Oh my God.
And this clip that went viral about this man talking about high earning women. And now I see that Nicki Minaj has commented on men speaking on Black women and how that just needs to stop. So let's just play the clip. You know, it's not a very long clip, but you get the gist of it.
I got a good job. I make very, very good money. And she says, the only thing I need now is a man. Like, yo, like, who wants you? Who wants you? You're right. Like, once you have achieved these things, you have unfortunately disqualified yourself.
Ooh, and shit.
And what it is these, because and this is the thing. I'm not blaming
the women are gonna hate him for that shit. They're gonna hate him for that. I can't wait to put this shit out.
First of all, so if you all missed the beginning of the clip, he says, so I'm seeing this girl, right? And she says, you know, I have a job, I have this degree, I have this property. And he goes like, who wants you? And I was like, ouch. I felt it. And the reason why I felt it, and I know he's an idiot, and I know, it's one of those things where you're always, instead of all the good comments, you look at that one bad one, you just be like, I can't believe there's an actual person that thinks that, because on many of occasions, men have told me, Nikki, you're too accomplished. You're scaring men.
Are you serious?
You have a car, you have your apartment, you have your business, you have this. It's just like, what are you gonna use a man for? I'm like, companionship? Like,
no, but I feel like that's insecurities, to be honest. Like, there's nothing more that I can say. Like,
but he said it with a straight face, Clarence. Who wants you? Oh.
I don't understand. I don't understand what this thing is. Like, I must, maybe maybe we're on the minority of men who expect a woman to not have anything, and that's what makes her desirable, because now she will need you. But it's like, what the fuck? Like, I don't want no woman to need me. I don't need a woman to need me for those things. Like, you know what I mean? I don't want her to need me for that. I don't want her to need me to drive her here. I don't want her to need me to pay her bills. I don't want her to need me for those things. If I can do those things, I want to do them just because I love you or I care about you, or you know what I mean? And maybe
not by obligation.
Not no obligation. Like, I don't understand why anybody would want. I don't understand why a man would want that. They must not have, like,
it's the control thing, probably.
And they must also not have.
But
I think it is. Oh, go ahead, Clarence, because you go first.
I think I know from another perspective. Some men sometimes they like to be with a woman where, like, they can build up instead of, like, catching up. Because, like, if you in the motion of, like, me, like, I'll talk for myself personally, there's a lot of women that I had to swerve because I felt like I'm not there yet. And the fact that you're at a certain level, you'll have certain expectation that, look, like, I have my own speed. Like, let me finish what I need to accomplish. After that, we can have certain conversation. But sometimes women, you're not having it. Like, not in the wrong way, but it's just like, sometimes you don't get it. You women sometimes you're not having it. You're not understanding. And sometimes you rush certain relationship and be like, look, like, at the end, this guy, like, man, we're not at the same level. You ain't this, you ain't shit. Or, like, I'm not happy because, like, man, I have to help him with some stuff. I don't need that. Like, I need someone that already have his shit together and all that, so we can reach the next level. That's very
classist. If a woman is not willing to accept,
but it's not.
It's a little classic, because I'm like, I'm not for a lazy man at all. If you're gonna sit there and not do anything, I'm not gonna handle that. But if you're grinding and doing your thing and you just don't have as much as me, but you're working, how can I hate on that? And you, as a man, I don't think that you should be insecure about that. And you should be confident in that, because that's attractive, and vice versa. You know, men say they like a confident woman. We also like a confidence in the man. But if you're already having insecurities based on what I do and like what I've established in my life, then you're already showing me the cracks.
Yeah, I think, that's true. I think if you're people are not upfront with each other.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think if I'm upfront with a woman and she's telling me, you know, her expectations, and I'm saying, no, I'm not there, but she's gonna compromise that now. Like, she wants to work alongside me, which means she knows what I bring to the table currently, and she wants to be with me besides the fact that I'm there. That's different, because then we're going to work and build. And if she changes on me, at least we can be like, but you knew what it was.
But it was established. Yeah, exactly.
It was already established.
And
that's different.
It's like, it depends on like what was agreed upon, right? And like, it also depends on what you're willing to do. Like, you can be there, but how, like, do you want to stay? It depends on like, what do you want? Do you want to stay there? For example, I watched this show called Married at First Sight, trashy reality television. One of the couples, the guy, he's just like, he doesn't have a job. And his family told the girl to like, he's a free spirit. Now, he was a computer engineer or whatever. He can get work if he wants. He's very intelligent. At the moment, he wants to freelance. His point of view is like, I can get money when I need money. Her point of view is that that's not security. Like, you know, a lot of people are stuck in that 9-to-5 mentality, is like, I gotta have a steady paycheck coming in. Like, I don't understand. Like, we want to have kids, we want to do X, Y, and Z. And I understand what she was saying, but it's like, she's like, okay, so I'm willing to compromise. If I say I'm going to get a job, are you okay with that? I'm going to get a job on my timeline, something that still makes me happy and fulfilled, et cetera, et cetera. She goes, okay, I'm okay with that. But then if you say that and you make no moves after that to get a job, then it's just words. You know what I mean? You can't just, like, I could be like, can you please stop laying on the couch? And you're gonna be like, you know what, I'm gonna stop laying on the couch this week. But then next week, you're still on the couch. It's gonna be a problem. You know what I mean? Like, I can meet a guy and you don't have a car. That's fine. What do you plan on getting one? Are you working to
see that? But that's the thing. Sometimes, like,
you don't want.
There's always the honeymoon phase.
Okay, yeah.
But there's always a honeymoon phase where like everybody understands each other, communication seems easy and all that. But let's use the example of the car. It's like, oh, okay, you don't have a car. Then probably you're gonna talk to your girlfriend. Oh, you don't have a car, but it's all good. We're gonna work on that and all that. Then next thing you know, it's like, okay, so he never had a car. I don't get it. This and that. So what you gonna do about it? Like, but after a certain time, it's like, yo, probably the guy, that's not his focus right now, but he's focused on probably like having a better position at his job or whatever. But sometimes the vision is not the same yet. We're not on the same page sometimes. So.
But that's what I think creates. Yeah, I think daily communication, that you're still speaking about communication, because you can say that at the beginning of the honeymoon phase, right? We can agree to that. I don't have a car. And she's like, oh, it's all good. It's whatever. But what are you doing during that time? What are you doing to offset even that conversation from happening again if you're not ready for a car? Because like you said, you're working at getting a better position at work or whatever. You're going to be paying for Uber. You're going to be paying for gas, helping her out with her car. I know niggas that were with girls who the girl drove him everywhere, and he didn't put $1 to her gas. And she would go take him and pick him up from work where he made money. She would pick him up, or when they had to go meet each other, she would go pick them up to go to dinner. She has the right to complain. I'm asking, why is this nigga not putting if he's putting money to her gas, if he's putting money to help pay the insurance, if he also knows how to drive and he drives the car for her so she can sit on the back. If she's doing all of that stuff and then she's complaining, then they're not supposed to be together. Clearly, her mentality is not how she first said it. But if he's doing all of that stuff, we don't have to have a car right now, because he's treating this relationship like it's supposed to be, which is showing, I can put money down too. I just don't have, the capacity of having a car right now. I think you don't want to be with you don't want to be with somebody who's going to turn their back on the the information that they made you, you know, they sold you on. You know what I mean? And that's where, and I think that's fair. I think if that's not what we discussed before, now you're switching up and your girlfriends are in your ear saying, bum ass nigga, you don't have a car, great. If that's what the value, why am I even with Shorty in the first place? That's not a companion.
Period.
No, and the other thing too, like the key word you said is communication, because it's not just a man or woman thing, like it's the human being. Most of the humans, sometimes we don't go deeper. When someone someone goes through a situation or telling you something, you got to go deeper. There's a reason why the person is moving a certain way, or why the person is telling you this, or why the person has this blueprint in his head. Like we need to go deeper. If we would do that, man, there's a lot of stuff like we could dodge, or like situation that we wouldn't go through if we would do that.
Well, I mean, to wrap it up, I just want to say, as Black men and women, let's just do better. Can we try and do better? Nicki Minaj she said it is not embarrass Black women season. And it's not. Let's stop doing that. You going on a podcast live and just showing all of the other women how you
They gotta pull these mics away from these niggas, yo. Honestly, they gotta pull. There needs to be some sort of petition or something to pull these
pull these podcasts off. Just hit the mute button. It's a wrap.
Stop reposting. It's trash. These niggas is trash.
But the thing is that it's trash. But you will be surprised the amount of people that thinks like that.
That's the scary part.
There's probably a lot of niggas that ain't shit like this.
When I saw all the
comments are crazy. I'm sure
the high value man guy. What is his name again?
Kevin Samuel.
When I saw all the people that believe in him, I was like, oh, it's done. It's over. It's over for us. Like, it's fine. It's okay. There's no hope, because those are the guys that go viral. The ones that are saying good things and that are loving us. They're like, oh, you punk, you pussy ass, you like. I hear so much. Like the amount of men that I know that dislike Steph Curry just because he loves his wife is astounding.
I know that is weird. No, niggas is weird, man. There's a lot of weirdos out there. There really is. Like, there's a lot of weirdos out there. I also do think, a side note, I really do think that there are niggas out there who are trying to go viral by saying salacious shit about Black women. I think it's a hot topic to poke fun at Black women, and I think some of these guys are capitalizing on that solely for the numbers. And I don't know. There's another group. I don't remember. I don't want to talk about them, but I remember what that's not the same guys. It was another bunch of guys that talked about how Black women are this and that, and they, you know, I guess they love their white women. And
let's not give him any clout. Let's not say
anything. I'm not. But I think these people are out there get their numbers up, and they just, you know, be controversial and be popular, and they don't give a damn what they have to say. They don't care how evil what they're saying. They don't care.
All publicity is good publicity. But let's see. You know what? Let's see, because they say they can take your Black card depending on these movies that we about to ask you. So let's see. Let's switch into that, because I was surprised at the score I got. I won't tell y'all, but Clarence, you want to go in order 1 for 1?
We can go 1 for 1.
1 for 1. Okay.
Yeah.
Friday.
Oh, top 3 movie ever.
Yeah, have you seen it? You've seen it?
Yeah, 100%.
Boys in the Hood. Oh, sorry, it was supposed to be Clarence. My bad. Okay, go ahead.
Well, you said it. Boys in the Hood.
No, but obviously, that's the next one.
Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society. Yep. Oh, nobody saw Menace to Society?
It's all right. I'm keeping count. Right. No, you know what? Hold on. Clarence, I asked, you keep count. So we're at 2. Okay.
Yeah, all right, cool.
New Jack City. Don't be.
Yeah, I saw New Jack City.
But hold on, Clarence, I'm not asking you.
I saw New Jack City. Sit your $5 ass down.
I'm asking O'Shaun. O'Shaun, you saw it? Yes or no?
I have them pre-saved, you know.
You've never seen New Jack City. I'm judging.
I know, but I know. My nigga killed me for it the other day too.
Juice.
Yes, of course.
Okay, so that's 3. Don't Be a Menace.
Don't Be a Menace. What's that?
It's a parody. It's a parody of a bunch of.
It's a parody of all the movies, all the Black movies with the one of the Wayans.
Wait, the Wayans brothers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have I seen that?
Training Day.
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
We're at 4.
Yeah, Above the Rim.
I have
5.
Paid in Full.
Not all of it, so I'm gonna go with no. I know.
What? 5, 4 and a half.
Paid in Full.
4 and a half.
5 and a half. 5 and a half.
I didn't see.
Baby Boy.
Of course.
Yeah, 6.
South Central.
No.
8 Mile.
Wait. South Central. Which one is that? Is that Morgan Freeman?
I actually haven't seen South Central. I don't know. Set It Off.
Hold up. 8 Mile doesn't count.
Yeah, you can't put 8 Mile.
Yeah, everybody in the comments was like, "Why is 8 Miles on this list?"
8 Mile doesn't count
because Eminem is black to us, but whatever.
I don't know about that.
So you saw Set It Off?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
City of God.
Yeah.
No.
Do the Right Thing.
Of course.
Dead Presidents.
No. Wait, what's Dead Presidents? I thought that was just a Jay-Z
gangster movie. Poetic Justice.
Yes.
ATL.
Yes.
You Got Served.
Yes. There we go. Now it's gonna be all the ones.
Coach Carter.
Yeah.
Belly.
Yeah.
Waist Deep.
Yeah. Yes. These are all
Hustle and Flow.
Yeah.
Get Rich or Die Trying.
Yeah.
State Property.
Yeah.
Straight Outta Compton.
Yeah.
In Too Deep.
In Too Deep, is that with
Omar Epps?
Yeah.
Crooklyn.
No.
But that's a good one. Four Brothers.
Yeah.
American Gangster.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Honey.
Yeah.
He Got Game.
Honey doesn't count neither.
I know. Yeah.
Let me get through him. Honey. He Got Game.
They shot that in Starr. What was it? What else?
He Got Game.
He Got Game? Oh, yeah.
With Denzel and Ray Allen.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's Spike Lee.
Sugar Hill.
Nope.
Sugar Hill?
No, I don't know. Next Friday.
Yeah.
Friday After Next.
Yeah.
How High?
Yeah.
187.
I don't know what that is.
Love and Basketball.
Hell yeah.
Moonlight.
The most overrated movie ever.
Is it really?
It's a little overrated. Moonlight. We gotta get through it. Moonlight.
No, I haven't seen Moonlight.
Freedom Riders.
Yes.
Fruitvale Station.
Of course, the most disturbing movie you ever watched.
Disturbing. Jason's Lyrics.
Jason's Lyrics. That sounds so familiar, but I'm gonna go with no.
Jada Pinkett, Alan Payne. No.
No.
Malcolm X.
Yeah.
Selma. My bad.
Hell yeah. That was a classic.
The Color Purple.
I'm gonna go with half. I've seen half of it.
Girl Trip.
Yeah, seen that.
Black Panther.
Come on, man.
What's the score, Claire's? Where we at? He wasn't counting. I think you got. I know. It's okay. It's okay. We're ratchet.
I got high.
We're ratchet. He
went over. No, to be honest, he went over 25, which is good though.
Which is good.
It was like 10 in a row. I was killing it. In a row.
You was doing good. Well, I want to thank you so much for coming on the show. Let the people know where they can find you and if you got anything coming up next. And, don't be a stranger. Love this. We love this.
No, we definitely don't want to be a stranger. Honestly, if you're saying the door's open, then, I'm coming through. Definitely follow me. My website is EverythingOshauN.com. Instagram, EverythingOshauN. You can find me on there. That's where I am the most. TikTok is Everything is Oshaun. Twitter, Everything Oshaun. So yeah, just go on the website, EverythingOshauN.com. Like I said, I got a record out right now called Aguila with 4 corners. Y'all go stream that right now. Numbers going crazy. Y'all appreciate that. Y'all go check that out. We got Thought That You Love Me, my other new single, R&B trap soul toxicity vibes. Y'all go check that out.
That's the one I wanted to talk about. See, you reminded me. Remember I said there was a song?
Oh yeah, you did.
Thought That You Loved Me. I was like, okay, who hurt you? What happened?
Everybody did, man.
Listen, that when I listened to it, I related a little bit. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
That's
everyone's had that feeling before, right? Right? Everybody's had a feeling of somebody who they just thought, whether it was through, in an actual relationship or talking or whatever, and you just thought that this person, like you said, sold you on who they were. And now that the time has passed and they're no longer there anymore, you don't speak to them anymore, you don't message them anymore, you don't see them anymore, you don't go out with them anymore, nothing. And they know all your secrets, they know your tendencies, they know your this, your that. And you just sit there one day and you're like, damn, I thought that person loved me for real. Like,
thought I was been through it a couple times. Yeah, it's unfortunate.
It's crazy.
That's crazy.
But y'all check that out.
Yeah, we're gonna check it out if y'all have it.
We shot a video for that too. We shot a video for that, so look out for that video.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, we shot that ready. That's in the can. We're gonna shoot a Gola too, and a new record dropping in April. I'm gonna send it to y'all so y'all can catch the exclusive before it drops.
Because I heard it here first.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hold them to it. That's right.
Wait, when are you coming to Toronto? Nicky, when are you coming to Toronto?
Oh, why are you?
Oh shit! That's not
for the public.
Oh, that's not about.
Man, what's his name? Alex, cut that off, Alex.
I was gonna hook y'all up because we got some things happening. I was gonna be like, yo, you guys gotta pull up.
But I'm out there in the city all the time. Like
what is that though? I can pull up though. What is that? We can try to pull up and all that. What is that?
That's what I'm saying. If y'all gonna reach sometime when we're putting out a few things, we'll definitely want y'all to come through. For real.
All right.
Absolutely.
No, we with it.
I hold people to things. Like the guests need to stop coming on here and telling me what they don't do, because what it is I'm gonna make sure that it's done. But thank you so much. We really had a great time, and officially family of the show.
We appreciate you guys. Y'all keep doing what you're doing. Y'all are doing an amazing thing for the culture. You guys are doing keep this going. We need more of y'all out there really shedding light on artists, on creatives, on everything that you guys do. You guys have a great chemistry with each other. Everything looks good. You just got to keep going too. I'm going to keep supporting you guys from where we are over here, but we really truly appreciate it, man. And we want to build with y'all too. So let's keep that going for real. Let's keep the energy going.
Yo, 100%. We're down. We're ready.
Respect, man. Big respect. All right.
Have a great night. We'll talk. We'll chat.
You too. See y'all later.
All right, man. Be safe, guys. Be easy.
Yes, guys, that was Everything OshauN. Man, that's family, man. We just certified. This is he gonna come back and what did he say he's giving us? We're getting tickets. We're gonna get an exclusive. Okay, there's a few things we're gonna get. So
we hustling them exclusive, man.
we hustling that. I love the vibe. When you have a vibe like that, you gotta.
If we have an exclusive, we need to drop like Fun Flex do, like some bombs. Well, it's R&B. We smooth. We can't drop some bombs.
We can drop bombs.
It's too wild. No, it's too wild for R&B. Like you're not gonna we're not gonna drop a bomb on an exclusive about breakup and all that. That's wild. But
see, now you're gonna make me get some bombs, okay? Especially because
Nah. But we need our own stuff. We're gonna find something different.
Yeah, I'm not mad.
Find something different other than bombs. That's too wild.
Bomb.
I feel I need to wear Timberlands to drop bombs and shit. Timberland and North
You can still wear your Timberlands. You can wear your Timberlands. Thugs, you ain't never heard of Jodeci?
New R&B exclusive.
You done never heard of Jodeci was crying on tracks in full thug gear. Let's not forget. Oh my god. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. All right, my bad, guys. My bad. We still here. We laugh.
Yeah, Nicky got too excited.
That's why, well, because he's talking about bombs and everything. I started visualizing them. Anyways, all right. So as we said, guys, last week I said I'm trying to give you all some Black history facts and all this shit, Black music facts, and also just happens that the day we're recording is International Women's Day. So, and Claire said in the interview, as he said, shout out to women every day. That's a real one. He's a real one right there. But as I said on my oldie, I was gonna give you guys the reason why I chose Love Wouldn't Count Me Out from Brandy. It's actually because this past week that just happened, Full Moon just celebrated 20 years since it released. It made me feel old because for some reason I remember 2002 and I didn't 2022. This is literally 20 years later.
That's crazy.
That is wild. But it's been 20 years of Full Moon. She did a whole post about it, and you know, an album that changed the landscape of R&B that a lot of R&B singers still quote and use. So, you know, shout out to Brandy. You know,
one of the most sampled artists, like, and not well, in like hip hop R&B, but mostly EDM.
They love Brandy vocals, like they sure do. But yeah, like that Full Moon album, a lot of artists in R&B credited as the R&B Bible. It has a lot of tracks, as you guys know, notable singles. What About Us? Obviously, the title Full Moon. It was a moment. It was a moment for music. So shout out to Brandy. And I'm gonna try and keep getting some facts for y'all each week. I might not have some every week, but I will try and find something that is happening now.
Yeah, 1 week you might have a facts about me. Clarence is the first to... No, I'm joking.
I mean, I thought he was about to say something for real, so I was like listening, and it was just a Clarenceism, but okay. And we only have one major Clarenceism. We only have one major topic today, guys. But I'm gonna
figure what does that mean. Queen of Shades.
That was not
to figure what that means. But anyway, so this topic.
Man, listen, Vaxel twag. Like, that wasn't even shade. I was actually giving you a word. Like, you have Clarenceism.
I don't know, because I heard Kanyeism too before from someone else. So, and it's not a good thing.
That is shade. If somebody says Kanyeism,
it's not a good thing. So that's why I was asking. But anyway.
But let me give some quick legal updates to the people. If you were waiting on for the Supreme Court to put Bill Cosby back in jail and overturn that decision, it's not happening. The Supreme Court announced that they will not review Bill Cosby's overturned conviction, so he's gonna stay free. Where did it cut? Where did it go mute? Did you hear me say Bill Cosby's not going to jail? Back to jail?
Nope.
How long has it been?
I did hear it now. I did hear it.
Child, my mic was off. Okay. So I said the Supreme Court announced that they will not review Bill Cosby's overturned conviction. So he's not going back to jail. It is what it is there. They said we're done with him. So okay. Some people feel away. The baby, he's off the hook as well for his January 2021 gun case. Why are you laughing? He's off the hook. That's what they said. I'm reading the article.
No, it's just like, you literally like on the roll to go with like 6-7 black celebrities. Yeah, he's out of jail too. So what's this guy?
Oh no, I want to give some legal updates. I said so. The baby's off the hook for January 21 gun case after LA County District Attorney rejects the case due to lack of evidence. He's also not going to jail. And I'm sure y'all heard the Tory Lanez update, him and Megan Thee Stallion as well. So I believe he won't be going to jail either. It's okay. I believe he won't be going to jail either, because they're saying that it was Megan's friend that shot her.
What?
Yeah, you didn't hear this, saying it's Megan's friend. I'm still, Clarence, I heard the details and I'm still confused about the situation. At this point, she might have shot herself. I'm not trying to disrespect Black, but who knows what happened at this point? There's too much layer. How can there be so many layers to this story? It's a bullet and it's a foot. Who shot the bullet? Why is it complicated?
In the next episode of Dragon Balls, but
I'm so sorry.
but not to pas pour banaliser. How do you say that?
What? I don't know how to say it in English. Not to trivialize.
Yeah. Like, no, I'm just at a point with that situation. Like, okay, just give a verdict, and there's too many things going on. And I feel like Meg's still talking about it when Tory Lanez don't. I know there's legal stuff too involved where Tory Lanez can talk or whatever, but it's just like,
yeah.
If the evidence or that you clearly know what's going on, you don't need to talk. Let the judge do his thing.
Yeah.
It's not a thing to say because judge is not in our favor usually, but
well, at this point, let them do their thing.
But I'm telling you, I have a feeling, that's me personally, I have a feeling that Tory is not going to jail. Why?
That's what I just said.
Because the only person that technically could have backed up Megan was, what's her name? I was about to say Megan, but Kelsey, whatever her name is. Kelsey or Megan's friend, ex-best friend or whatever. I don't know, one of them. Anyways, if you beefing with her, that means like, yo, it's gonna go against you. I don't know. I just have that. I just have that feeling like she's gonna flip and be like, I don't know. That's the feeling that I got. But anyways.
Right. And then the last quick thing I want to say is Keisha Cole opened up on her Uncensored about why she wasn't friends with Eve. And I just want to give a little quick read to women like that do this, because she said, yeah, me and Eve used to be friends, and here's why she fell out with me. You know, one day we was walking, we were going into a club or something, somebody grabbed her purse, and I turned around and I slapped the girl. And Eve was like, Richard, you go around slapping people? And I was like, that is such a Keisha Cole thing to do. But also but Eve had her little ratchet moment, so I found it, maybe it's a little bit judgy, but maybe she was like, you know, hey, I'm past that part of my life, and I don't want to have rah-rah people around me. And somebody who just turns around and slaps a bitch is a little bit unpredictable.
I can understand Eve's point, but going on with someone like Keisha Cole, man, Keisha Cole, she's the MVP. That's the type of friend I need around me. I know she will always have my back.
She's a writer. She's a writer.
Yeah. I don't condone like people jumping for no reason or like punching people or whatever. No, but at least I know like at any given time, I got
you can go. But Keisha said in her etc. She's like, now that she's had time to reflect and think about it, she's like, yeah, she could see why it would be a problem. Like, you should let security handle that. Like, you don't have to.
Yeah,
you don't have to handle that.
That's why I see Eve's points. Like,
yeah, you don't need to go around slapping people, but that's funny as hell. That's you did, bitch. All right, but Keisha. Also, I saw that Uncensored. You need therapy, girl. Gala Dynasty. For those who don't know, if you're not in the Montreal area, it's what would you call it, Clarence? It's a award show for the community, by the community.
Yeah, if we can put it like that, yeah.
For the Black community, and
it's like our NAACP, if I can say it like that.
Yeah, NAACP.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit like that. Yeah. So we recently had those, and a lot of elite Black Montreal was out and dressed to the nines, and hobnobbing, networking, all this.
Yeah, but shout out to all the Black hustlers in the city.
Everybody, awards were given. Shout out to everybody who was there and not one. I respect that. I do have to give a, you big donkey or whatever they do on Donkey of the Day type shit, Breakfast Club. I have to give one of these to Benoit Charette, he had been elected to be like some kind of representative for the Black community when they were doing that whole like, we care about you Black people now because of these protests that you guys did and the worldwide civil unrest that was going on with George Floyd and Breonna Taylor. They appointed this man to handle Black shit. I forgot the exact title, but I'll just say it was to handle Black shit. And he did nothing. He's done nothing in that time. They invited him to Gala Dynasty to honor another high esteemed Black person. He goes up there to honor the person and starts giving a eulogy. Like, he gave his condolences for the death of a person who's alive. And the funny thing is, some of the people in the crowd, they start laughing, and I'm thinking like, it's not funny, because if I was this person who's alive, I'd be like, but nigga, like, excuse me, you're gonna come up and talk about me. You might want to know a little something about me or about this community.
Did he got confused because there's two of them in the community that passed away recently? Maybe he got confused. I'm not trying to justify whatever, but like it still look bad at the end of the day.
Clarence, that's like us coming on this show and announcing somebody's death. And then they 2 seconds later they call into the show like, no, bro, I'm alive. Like, I'm sending you like a song. Like, what you talking? No, you can't do that.
Imagine if you were to pull up on stage. Oh, I'm still alive, man.
Like, I'm still here. Like, oh my bad. Still here. I felt bad because it just shows that how much sometimes we want that. We don't get invited to a lot of their spaces, and I don't like the whole segregation thing. But the thing is, like, if you're going to be a representative, at least know something about the community. At least make an effort to know what.
At least fake it.
At least fake it. That was just an exact. That was like he rolled out the bed. He was like, "Je m'en vais où aujourd'hui? C'était où encore? Ah, ok." And
well, it's like that video that I sent you about the Lego trying to speak Creole and all that. It's like, man,
bruh, it's like, please vote for me, nigga. Please, like I will, like I was like, stop it, like. And for those who don't understand what I said, it's like he woke up out the bed and was confused about where he was going. He has a schedule. They said, you're going to see the Negroes tonight. He said, oh, okay, cool. So what do they want? They want me to see some of, oh, okay, they had, oh, poor RIP. Like he didn't even look, and I was just like, I want better for us. That's it. I want better for us. I want us to have nice things. Yeah.
Man, that's a funny one. I wish you would have told me, yeah, the guy pull up on stage.
I'm just saying, but Gala Dynasty, you know, people in the city have their opinions about it and the event, and if it's kiss ass or not, and if it's really tone deaf to what's happening in the city, and the actual board that puts on the gala is, you know, a lot of them are white and things like this. So
oh really?
Yeah, a lot of the behind
I didn't know, to be honest. Like it might sound like I don't know, but it might sound bad, but it's just like I never really paid attention. I never really cared about it. I like the initiative, but I didn't went into full details about who is organizing and all that. So I'm really surprised.
But trust me, there's black people on the team, but there's a lot of white money behind it. And there's like
okay.
One
but there's no like white, how can I say that? Well,
owners?
Is it like some BET stuff where like it's black television, but it's white
everybody
people
no, not everybody in the
okay.
But there is one specific influencer here in the city, Tammy Tuesdays. She said something very interesting. I can't play the clip because that's how controversial it is, but I would suggest to you guys, if you are in the city or if you care about it, go hear what Tammy Tuesday had to say. That's her Instagram name, literally, Tammy Tuesday. And she had a breakdown about the situation and also about her thoughts about the Gala Dynasty event. Yeah, they were heavy. And also why she didn't get an invite as well. And it kind of went into
so it's a rant about an invite.
It's not about that. She mentioned it for 2 seconds, but she's saying like why people like her, they don't invite these type of personalities. So
I have to watch it, but
yeah,
I have a thing for people complaining about not being invited. Maybe that's not your moment. But maybe that's not for you. You might go there and like, my question for these people sometimes it would be, what are you looking for by looking at being invited? Because sometimes, that's not for you. Sometimes, man, you're in your own way. A lot of people, I feel like the people that understands, they won't even care about this shit. Like they'll be on some other stuff, and and most of the time they have a lot going on for themselves, a lot of good stuff. And if people don't see that now, they're gonna see it most of the time they're gonna see it when it's too late, and you'll be already at another level. So who cares at this point? That's how I feel personally.
All right. Well, I mean, on that note, everyone, I want to hear your opinions on this.
Yeah.
We want to hear your opinions. Sure, the inbox will be hot. The block is hot. breakdown2lowdown@gmail.com. That's breakdown2lowdown@gmail.com. Let us know what you think about the topics that we discussed. Our conversation about women and podcasting and men and stuff with EverythingOshauN. His thoughts on Spotify playlist, our thoughts on Gala Dynasty, and anything else that you want to hit us up about, even our picks, of course, the music. Let us know what you think of that at @real_B2L on Twitter, at breakdown2lowdown on Instagram, and just search breakdown2lowdown on Facebook. All of those are with the number 2 and not the word 2. I think that's everything, guys. All the updates. It's been a very long show, so it's going to be no final thoughts. Yeah, I had one all planned for y'all, but my ass hurt.
I had one plan actually, and it was like later.
Okay, all right, go ahead, give it.
Yeah, man, it's actually piggybacking what we just talked about and what EverythingOshauN said. So, man, be your own award.
Be your own
Yes,
word.
be your
Why?
own word. I co-sign.
Yeah, be your own word. Like, yo, like at the end, like you have a goal, you're gonna work for it. You don't need people to like giving you that stamp of approval. Give your own stamp of approval. Like if for you your goal was like to have like a gazillion listeners and you have it, then that's a win for you. If your goal was to be on a billboard in Dundas or Times Square or whatever, then and you dare, that's a win for you. That's your word. So you'll be your own word, set your own goal. That's it.
Love it, love it. All right, guys. So we will see you guys next week. Oh, next week we got a special collab coming up. Stay tuned. Bye.